Hey, Jacqueline, and everybody who is present. I hope you guys are having fun at the shower with whatever it is you do. Um, Now I understand that this is one of the things, so we'll go ahead and get started. um, Question number one. I am not sure what I was wearing. I'm pretty sure probably my nicer dark jeans with a button-down American Eagle shirt. Um, but I will say that since my first date with Jacqueline, my selection of clothing has definitely improved. Number one would be eggs. Two would be probably oatmeal. I like breakfast foods. And three would be a toss-up in desserts for ice cream, donuts, or Debbie's cookies. Those are good. And right now I'm craving my mom's enchiladas, so um, I don't know if I'd put those in there. There are three right answers I would say to this question. First being when I was on my bed talking to my cousin on the phone. I told her that there was this. I told him that there was this girl in my class that um, I felt I was actually in love with, and it didn't even seem like she noticed me. It was a pretty hard night for me. Second one was October 7th, 4 months after Jacqueline and I had started dating. We were taking the dogs on a walk, and at the little half street, I stopped and I told Jacqueline, I think that I love you. And I did not mean to say the word think. But maybe it was good, because the third one that, like, I don't know, that I really remember a lot is when I had come back from Ouagadougou. I was in the car listening to a sermon about Christ's love for us. And it was after the sermon that I made the connection, um, and I really just realized that um, I wanted to love Jacqueline, because I wanted to die to myself every day for the rest of my life, um, for her. And it was then when I called her, driving down Mad River Road. I think it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I said, what I'll say to you now, Jacqueline, I truly love you. Um, and it was actually after that point that I decided, or I started thinking we should probably stop dating. So, trying to get somewhere, I would say Jacqueline is most likely the one who's going to make us late. But in trying to leave somewhere, I am most definitely the one that is going to make us late. The most money that was spent on my shoes when I was in high school, my parents bought for me a pair of very nice kangaroo leather soccer cleats, which costed $198. Um, but since then, I think I've only paid around $30 for a pair of shoes. My favorite holiday tradition was on Christmas time. Is on Christmas time. My family always has brunch together. That is most definitely my favorite time, with my mom's nice French toast casserole and some sparkling grape juice. My favorite date that Jacqueline did for me is Wicked. That was an amazing birthday present. Um, the one that I did, I think, would be like when we had a picnic right next to the lake, and all my neighbors watched us have a picnic, and then afterwards, uh, we we watched a video in my backyard, and I had hung up like Christmas lights and did a projector screen on like a bed sheet in the back wall. But really, like, I don't know if this would count as a date, but our day in New York City was uncomparable to the rest. That was really a great date. Okay, for this question, nine kids. Just kidding. 4 kids, and the oldest will be named Benaiah if it's a man. That's also a joke, but 4 kids. I'm a morning person. I think that's evident, and I think Jacqueline will be too. Just kidding, Jacqueline. You can sleep in. Jacqueline is better at just about everything, but because I like driving and she is better at directions, I usually drive. Which is a nice way of saying that I'm just better at driving. I think the one article of clothing that Jacqueline would probably throw away of mine is the Cedarville sweatshirt. It really doesn't seem like she likes it. Um, but I also have this polo that I inherited from my grandpa that has the Constitution written on it with the American flag covering the rest of the half of the polo. Um, but that's going to have to come out every 4th of July. Most annoying housekeeping habit. What isn't my most annoying housekeeping habit? I really like things clean, but maybe because I'm gonna really want to make the bed every day, that could probably get annoying. Beanie Babies? Yeah, yeah. That's the right answer, but truly they were more than just toys. They were my friends. I lived in Dearborn, Michigan, St. Joe, Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, and then I don't know if you want to count this, but Strasbourg, France is now one. My favorite picture of us is after our senior year JS. Um, we were standing out on the deck at night, and it was in Cincinnati, and Jacqueline kissed me on the cheek, and Allie Pollard took a picture of it, and yeah, I really like that picture of us. If I could relocate anywhere, it would most likely be in the mountains. I would be a lumberjack, making a cabin that Jacqueline and I would live in. I think Jacqueline looks best in green. It's my favorite color, and I could really say every other color that Jacqueline looks beautiful in, but um, she really does look good in green. For some reason, it just brings out her beautiful eyes. The activity I'd probably want to do on a weekend off is a bike ride with Jacqueline to play some putt putt, only to be followed by a BLT sandwich and donuts at Tim Hortons. Sarah, this was a pretty evil question, because Jacqueline knows that I have way too many favorites of everything. And Jacqueline, I'm sorry, Braveheart is a classic, but I think I may surprise you in saying I really love Emperor's New Groove. um, Jacqueline, there are a lot of things that you do. They're extremely cute that you do, I don't think, without realizing it. Um, but one thing you do is you talk with your hands. I mean, hand. It's a little bit frustrating because it means I can't hold your hand, but it's really adorable when you start going into your pretty detailed stories and you just have to illustrate everything with your hand. um, I really can't stop smiling when you do that. Okay, well, I guess that completes the questions. Welcome, one and all, a little bit further into Jacqueline and mine's life and some personal things with me. Um, but honestly, yeah, I guess just to end this, I'll say that I really miss you right now, Jacqueline, and extremely proud of you for finishing your associate's degree. Um, that is really awesome. Um, I really hope that you guys have um, fun with the rest of your party. And Jacqueline, I really do love you. Um, I can't wait to see you again and spend the rest of my life with you. Okay, well, that's all. Bye.